Have you ever felt that strange sensation when thinking about someone and suddenly they call you? Or visualized something you wanted only to have it appear in your life days later? What if I told you these aren't coincidences, but evidence of something much more profound? What if everything you've learned about the law of attraction is incomplete because no one told you about the quantum science behind it? The groundbreaking documentary, What the Bleep Do We Know?, shocked the scientific community when it revealed how quantum physics, neuroscience and molecular biology are all confirming what ancient wisdom traditions have taught for centuries. Leading scientists from Princeton, Harvard and Stanford are now validating what manifestation teachers have been saying all along. But here's the shocking truth. Despite this scientific validation, 95% of people still fail when trying to apply the law of attraction in their lives. Why? Because they're missing the quantum understanding that brings it all together. Today you'll discover how quantum physics explains the secrets of manifestation that Rhonda Byrne only hinted at in The Secret. You'll learn what Dr. Joe Dispenza, Bob Proctor and Abraham Hicks understood about the quantum nature of reality that most people miss entirely. Throughout the documentary What the Bleep Do We Know?, we follow Amanda, a photographer struggling with depression and disconnection. Her journey from victim of circumstances to conscious creator mirrors the transformation available to you through these teachings. Just as Amanda discovered her power to shape reality, you'll uncover yours. Jim Carrey manifested a $10 million check years before he was famous. Oprah Winfrey visualized her success while still working at a local radio station. Their success wasn't luck. It was quantum manifestation in action, embodying the American dream of self-creation and unlimited possibility. Before we dive deeper, I want you to actually pause this video for just 5 seconds and ask yourself this question. If your thoughts truly create your reality at a molecular level, what reality are you unconsciously creating right now? Go ahead, pause and reflect. What scientists have discovered about the quantum field changes everything we know about manifestation. And in the next few minutes, you'll learn how to harness these principles to finally unlock your full manifestation power. The power that is your birthright as an American and as a human being. Let me introduce you to the most mind-bending experiment in quantum physics, the double-slit experiment. Scientists shot tiny particles called electrons at a barrier with 2 slits and observed where they landed on a screen behind it. The results defied everything we thought we knew about reality. When no one was watching, the electrons behaved like waves, creating an interference pattern as if they went through both slits simultaneously. But here's where it gets weird. When scientists observed which slit the electrons went through, they suddenly behaved like particles going through just one slit. Let that sink in. The mere act of observation changed how matter behaved. When Rhonda Byrne said thoughts become things in The Secret, she wasn't speaking metaphorically. She was describing this exact quantum phenomenon. Your conscious observation literally collapses waves of possibility into particles of experience. Stop and think about this for a moment. When you observe your life through a negative lens, what kind of reality are you forcing into existence? And what might happen if you changed your observation? This is why so many manifestation attempts fail. People say they want abundance while constantly observing and focusing on their lack. It's like trying to manifest a particle of wealth while observing the wave of poverty. In What the Bleep, we see Amanda taking photographs, capturing and freezing reality through observation, yet completely unaware of how her own negative observations are creating her depressing life experiences. Dr. Fred Alan Wolf, quantum physicist featured in the documentary, explains, the observer effect in quantum mechanics suggests that consciousness itself is what collapses infinite possibilities into concrete reality. Recent experiments at Princeton University's PEAR Lab have confirmed that human intention can influence quantum events. So how do you apply this? The conscious observation technique is your first quantum manifestation tool. Instead of passively observing what is, you consciously choose what possibility to collapse into reality through deliberate focus. I want you to try something right now. Close your eyes for just 10 seconds and deliberately observe yourself already having achieved your most desired goal. Feel it as real. This is conscious observation in action. Go ahead, I'll wait. But here's an important question. If reality responds to observation, why aren't you seeing the opportunities already surrounding you? The documentary highlights the famous invisible gorilla experiment, where people asked to count basketball passes completely missed a person in a gorilla suit walking through the scene. This happens because our brains filter out an astounding amount of information. We process only 2,000 out of 400 billion bits of information per second. Your reticular activating system is programmed to filter reality based on your dominant thoughts and beliefs. If you believe money is hard to come by, your brain will literally filter out lucrative opportunities right in front of you, just as Amanda initially filtered out positive possibilities in her life. Jim Carrey understood this when he wrote himself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered years before he became famous. He maintained conscious observation of that reality until his brain couldn't help but notice the opportunities that aligned with his vision. A quintessentially American story of self-made success through vision and determination. Want to remove your limiting filters? Try this consciousness expansion exercise. For the next 3 days, spend 5 minutes each morning asking, what opportunities for your desire might I be filtering out? Then remain alert throughout the day for things your brain would normally filter out. But understanding observation is just the beginning. There's another quantum principle that takes manifestation to a whole new level. The wave-particle duality. In quantum physics, everything exists as both a wave of possibility and a particle of experience simultaneously. Until observed, reality exists in a state of superposition. All possibilities exist at once. When Abraham Hicks talks about your vibrational state, they're describing exactly what quantum physicists call wave functions of probability. Your dominant vibrational state determines which possibilities collapse into your experience. Right now, in this very moment, your thoughts are collapsing waves of possibility into particles of experience. Are you conscious of which possibilities you're choosing? Neville Goddard, decades before quantum physics became mainstream, taught that consciousness is the only reality. He understood that your consciousness is what collapses quantum possibilities into physical reality. Try this quantum collapse manifestation technique. Close your eyes and imagine your desire is already fulfilled. Feel the emotions, see the details, hear the sounds. When you reach peak positive emotion, declare, "This is my reality now," and open your eyes. You've just collapsed a specific quantum possibility into your timeline. But what happens when we add the power of emotion to this quantum equation? That's where the real magic begins. The documentary uses a powerful metaphor of reality as a film projector. In a striking visual scene, Amanda sees how her thoughts are projecting her reality like a movie onto the screen of her life. Your consciousness is the projector, your beliefs are the film, and your experiences are merely projections on the screen of life. When Bob Proctor talks about paradigms, he's describing this same phenomenon that quantum physicists call projected reality. Your paradigms are the film through which you project your experience. This isn't just spiritual theory, it's being applied by America's most successful entrepreneurs and innovators. Steve Jobs famously said, "The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do." He understood that reality is projected from within, embodying the uniquely American spirit of innovation and possibility thinking. Elon Musk projected a reality of electric vehicles and space travel long before either seemed feasible. His quantum projection is now our shared reality. Another example of America's tradition of visionaries who refuse to accept the limitations of conventional reality. To reprogram your mental projector, identify one limiting belief about your desire. Write it down. Now write its opposite as a new empowering belief. For 21 days, read the new belief aloud morning and evening while feeling it as absolutely true. You're literally changing the film in your reality projector. In the next segment, you'll discover how your emotions are literally altering the molecular structure of your reality. Did you know your emotions have physical power that can literally reshape matter? The groundbreaking research of Dr. Masaru Emoto, featured in What the Bleep, demonstrated this in a way anyone can understand. Dr. Emoto exposed water to different words, emotions, and even music, then froze it and photographed the resulting crystals. The results were astonishing. Water exposed to positive words like love and gratitude formed beautiful symmetrical crystals. Water exposed to negative words like hate formed chaotic fragmented patterns. The documentary shows these stunning images in vivid detail, providing visual proof of consciousness affecting physical reality. These images aren't just beautiful, they're revolutionary proof of how consciousness affects physical reality. When Abraham Hicks says you need to feel as if you already have what you want, they're describing exactly what's happening at a molecular level. Your emotions are literally restructuring the physical world around you. Stop and consider this for a moment. Your body is 70% water. What are your daily emotions creating within your physical body right now? What reality are they structuring in the world around you? In a particularly moving scene from What the Bleep, Amanda begins to see how her emotional states are literally creating different biochemical environments in her body, affecting everything from her health to her perceptions. Oprah Winfrey, who famously practices gratitude journaling daily, credits this practice with transforming her health and success. She understood that gratitude isn't just a nice sentiment. It's a molecular force of creation. Her journey from poverty in rural Mississippi to becoming one of America's most influential figures demonstrates the power of emotional transformation to create material change. But the power of emotions goes even deeper than water crystals. The documentary explains how emotions create a biochemical cascade throughout your entire body. Remember the wedding scene where Amanda kept recreating negative emotional patterns? We see her at a wedding reception, triggered into a cascade of negative memories that literally flood her body with stress chemicals. This illustrates how our bodies become literally addicted to certain emotional states through neuropeptides, molecules of emotion that dock onto cell receptors. Dr. Joe Dispenza explains that when you feel gratitude before your manifestation arrives, you're creating the exact neurochemistry of abundance. Your brain actually can't tell the difference between an imagined experience and a real one when the emotions are identical. This directly connects to the AIDA formula for manifestation: attention, interest, desire, action. The desire component isn't just mental wanting. It's the emotional chemistry that magnetizes your manifestation. Try this emotional reprogramming technique. Close your eyes and recall a time when you felt absolute certainty that something wonderful was coming into your life. Notice where and how that feeling lives in your body. Now bring your desired manifestation to mind and anchor that same feeling to it. Practice this for 5 minutes daily to literally change your biochemistry of manifestation. The transformative power of emotional restructuring is evident in countless success stories. Take Tom Hanks, who visualized accepting an Oscar long before he became famous. By consistently creating the emotional chemistry of success, he restructured his reality at a molecular level, embodying the American tradition of visualizing and then achieving dreams against all odds. But what allows us to change these deeply embedded emotional patterns? The answer lies in neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to create new neural pathways throughout your entire life. The documentary explains this through the visual analogy of walking through snow. The first path is difficult, but each time you walk the same path, it becomes easier until it's the path of least resistance. This is exactly how negative thought patterns become automatic, and exactly how you can create new, empowering pathways through consistent practice. When Louise Hay taught people to use affirmations, she was applying this scientific principle of neuroplasticity. Each affirmation literally carves a new neural pathway that eventually becomes your default way of thinking. I want you to stop right now and ask yourself, what mental paths am I walking every day without even realizing it? Which thoughts have become so habitual that they're creating my reality on autopilot? Jim Quick, America's leading brain performance expert, used these principles to overcome severe learning disabilities after a childhood brain injury. By consistently creating new neural pathways, he transformed from a boy who couldn't read properly to a world-renowned memory expert who teaches at Harvard, a testament to the uniquely American belief in reinvention and limitless personal growth. The 21-day neural manifestation method works because it takes approximately 21 days to form a new neural pathway. For the next 21 days, spend 5 minutes each morning and evening visualizing your desire as already fulfilled while feeling intense gratitude. You're literally carving a physical pathway in your brain that makes this manifestation your new default. But what happens when you understand how your brain connects to the universal quantum field? That's where manifestation miracles begin to happen. Remember the internal courtroom scene from the documentary? The film shows Amanda literally standing trial in her own mind, with a harsh judge, jury, and prosecutor all condemning her. Her inner judge kept finding her guilty, keeping her trapped in a cycle of self-sabotage. This powerful visual metaphor perfectly illustrates how most people block their manifestations before they even begin. When Abraham Hicks says, "You can't get to where you want to be by continuing to talk about where you are," they're describing how self-judgment blocks your point of attraction. The self-compassion technique is surprisingly powerful for manifestation. When you notice self-criticism, place your hand on your heart and say, I'm learning and growing, and I deeply accept myself exactly as I am right now. This neutralizes the negative emotional charge that blocks manifestation. Will Smith has openly discussed how negative self-talk nearly derailed his career before he learned to replace his inner critic with an inner coach. This shift in self-relationship preceded his greatest career achievements and helped establish him as one of Hollywood's most bankable stars. Another American success story built on mental and emotional mastery. Stop right now and ask, what voice of inner criticism is currently blocking your manifestation power? What would change if you replaced that voice with one of unwavering belief? Now we arrive at the most powerful concept from What the Bleep Do We Know? The quantum field of consciousness that connects everything in existence. At the subatomic level, quantum physics has discovered that all matter is mostly empty space, and the tiny particles that do exist are really just vibrating energy that pops in and out of existence from a field of infinite possibility. Even more astonishing, these particles can be in multiple places simultaneously and appear to communicate instantaneously across vast distances. In the documentary, stunning visual effects show Amanda beginning to perceive this quantum reality, seeing the space between atoms grow until she recognizes that solid matter is mostly emptiness filled with vibrating energy. This quantum field is what Lynn McTaggart, American author of The Field, calls the zero-point field, a unifying energy field that connects all of reality. The groundbreaking pair experiments at Princeton University provided scientific evidence of this connection. Over decades, researchers documented how human intention could influence random electronic events at statistically impossible rates. Your consciousness actually interacts with physical reality at a quantum level, a finding that fundamentally supports America's traditional emphasis on the power of individual intention and determination. When you set an intention during manifestation, you're not just thinking positive thoughts. You're literally connecting with all possible versions of reality in the quantum field and drawing your desired version into your experience. The quantum resonance technique harnesses this principle. Sit in meditation and imagine your intention as a frequency you're broadcasting into the field. Feel it resonating outward from your heart center in concentric waves. Then feel the identical frequency returning to you from the field, bringing your manifestation with it. I invite you to try this right now. Close your eyes for just 10 seconds and broadcast the frequency of your deepest desire, then feel it returning to you. Go ahead. Have you noticed how synchronicities seem to increase when you're focused on manifesting something specific? This is quantum entanglement in action. Quantum entanglement is the phenomenon where particles become connected so that the state of one instantly influences the other, regardless of distance. When Einstein called this spooky action at a distance, he was describing what Carl Jung later termed synchronicity, meaningful coincidences that defy conventional explanation. In the documentary, we see Amanda beginning to notice strange coincidences and connections in her life as she becomes more conscious of her creative power. The randomly appearing images of the basketball-playing boys and repeated appearances of the mysterious character Shazzy are visual representations of how synchronicities appear when we're awakening to quantum reality. Steve Jobs described following breadcrumbs of curiosity that later connected in unexpected ways to create revolutionary products. Jeff Bezos attributes key business decisions to intuitive nudges that seemed illogical at the time but proved profoundly prescient. Both exemplify the American entrepreneurial spirit of trusting intuition and recognizing patterns beyond rational analysis. These aren't just lucky coincidences. They're examples of quantum entanglement orchestrating reality based on conscious intention. The synchronicity acceleration practice makes this process deliberate. After setting a clear intention, ask the universe to show you 3 signs related to your manifestation within 72 hours. Remain alert for unexpected connections, messages, or opportunities that seem to appear out of nowhere. Each synchronicity is the quantum field responding directly to your consciousness. Take a moment now and think about a meaningful coincidence that happened recently in your life. What if that wasn't random chance but your quantum field responding to your deeper desires? Remember the cathedral scene in the documentary? In this powerful sequence, Amanda enters a cathedral and experiences a profound expansion of consciousness. Her perception suddenly shifts, and she sees reality as an interconnected field of light and energy, with all separation dissolving. This represents a critical aspect of quantum manifestation. accessing expanded states of awareness where manifestation power multiplies exponentially. Abraham Maslow called these peak experiences, while Neville Goddard referred to them as the state of I am, the pure consciousness from which all creation flows. The Unity Field meditation accesses this state. Find a quiet space and focus on your breath. With each inhale, imagine your awareness expanding beyond your physical body. Continue expanding until you feel a sense of connection with everything around you. From this expanded state, simply know that your desire already exists and you are simply aligning with that reality. This practice mirrors what America's most innovative business leaders do regularly. Ray Dalio, founder of the world's largest hedge fund, credits daily meditation as the single most important factor in his success. Steve Jobs, in his famous Stanford commencement speech, described how expanded awareness helped him connect dots invisible to the rational mind. These practices reflect America's long tradition of practical mysticism, from the transcendentalists to today's mindfulness movement. When you access this state of unity consciousness, your manifestations occur at quantum speed because you're operating from the causal level of reality rather than trying to manipulate effects. Amanda's journey in the documentary mirrors the path you're on right now. She moved from unconscious creation to conscious manifestation by integrating 3 key principles. 1. Conscious observation, deliberately choosing which wave functions to collapse into particles of experience. 2. Emotional alignment, restructuring the molecular fabric of reality through coherent emotional states. 3. Field connection, accessing the quantum field where all possibilities already exist. The complete quantum manifestation method integrates all 3 principles into a simple daily practice. Each morning, spend 7 minutes in this sequence. 2 minutes. Conscious observation of your desired reality as if already manifested. 3 minutes. Generate powerful emotions of gratitude and joy as if already experiencing your desire. 2 minutes. Connect with the quantum field, feeling your oneness with the source of all possibilities. American entrepreneur Peter Diamandis manifested partnerships with Elon Musk and Richard Branson using these exact principles. Best-selling author Elizabeth Gilbert credits her success to similar practices of intentional creation. Their stories exemplify the American ideal of manifesting dreams through vision, emotion, and determined action. But there's one final element that few understand yet multiplies your manifestation power exponentially. What if I told you that the most powerful element of quantum manifestation is paradoxically the simplest? It's the understanding that you are not separate from the reality you're trying to create. The 3 quantum manifestation principles we've explored aren't just techniques. They're recognitions of what you already are. A quantum creator constantly collapsing waves of possibility into particles of experience. Amanda's transformation in What the Bleep Do We Know mirrors the journey available to you right now. In the final scenes of the documentary, we see her walking confidently through life, consciously creating her reality with each thought and emotion. She moved from seeing herself as a victim of reality to recognizing herself as its creator. That same recognition is awakening in you as you integrate these principles. The complete quantum manifestation method combines conscious observation, emotional alignment, and field connection into a unified approach that mirrors how reality actually works at its most fundamental level. As quantum physicist Dr. John Hagelin notes, the unified field that physicists have discovered and the field of consciousness that gives rise to all of our experience are one and the same. Your consciousness isn't just interacting with reality, it's creating it. Now I invite you to commit to the 21-day Quantum Manifestation Challenge. For the next 3 weeks, dedicate yourself to practicing what you've learned. Days 1 to 7. Focus on conscious observation. Practice deliberately choosing which aspects of reality you collapse into experience through your attention. Like Amanda with her camera, you'll learn to frame reality deliberately. Days 8 to 14. Master emotional alignment. Generate the emotional chemistry of having already received your desire, restructuring reality at the molecular level. You'll reprogram your emotional addictions as Amanda did. Days 15 to 21. Deepen field connection. Experience your oneness with the quantum field, accessing the source of all manifestation. You'll have your own cathedral moment of expanded awareness. The results others have experienced from this practice are remarkable. Michael from Chicago manifested a 6-figure job offer after being unemployed for 8 months. Jennifer from Dallas attracted her soulmate after years of disappointing relationships. David from Seattle healed a chronic health condition doctors called incurable. Their stories continue the great American tradition of personal transformation through applied consciousness. But the most powerful testimony comes from people who report a fundamental shift in their relationship with reality itself, moving from struggling against life to co-creating with it. Imagine yourself 21 days from now, having experienced firsthand the quantum nature of reality. How different might your life look when you consistently apply these principles? The truth is that you're not simply observing reality. You're creating it with every thought, every feeling, and every conscious choice. And now you know exactly how. I'd love to hear your experiences with quantum manifestation. Type, "I create my reality," in the comments to affirm your commitment to this practice. And if this video helped you understand the science behind the law of attraction, hit that like button and subscribe to continue exploring the quantum nature of manifestation. Remember, in the words of quantum physicist Max Planck, science cannot solve the ultimate mystery of nature. And that is because, in the last analysis, we ourselves are a part of the mystery that we are trying to solve. You are the mystery and the solution. You are the observer and the creator. You are the quantum manifester of your reality. The question is no longer whether you can manifest your desires. The question is, what reality will you choose to create now that you understand the quantum science of manifestation? This understanding is your birthright, not just as an American inheriting the tradition of self-determination and limitless possibility, but as a conscious being participating in the greatest creative process in the universe, the manifestation of reality itself. Wow, you've tapped into the law of attraction. Feel that positive energy? This video found you for a reason. Let's amplify it together. Subscribe to manifest more life-changing content. Like to send positivity back to the universe. Share with someone you care about. You'll both benefit. Comment below with your thoughts or questions. Your engagement grows our community. Next video, I'll reveal a secret to manifest desires faster. Don't miss it. Join our vibrant community of manifestors. Let's co-create an incredible reality together. Your journey to unlimited abundance starts now. I believe in you.